What up, YouTubers? It's Odat86. Today is October 19, and boy, I gotta tell you, when it rains, it pours. So I sort of got like the Holy Spirit in me, where I had this itch for these street tacos. Carne asada, authentic. Those little tiny tacos. And so that there's a couple of places around here that have those, but it's like $3 for one of those things. And I'm like, I need like 12 of them hoes, you know what I mean, to fill up and feel like I've had a good meal. So I'm doing the math, and I'm like, 3 times 12, that's like $25. God forbid you got to tip them, $5, $6, or whatever. Now you're talking $30 for fucking tacos. And I'm like, yeah, but they're so good. But I kept telling myself in the back of my mind, I'm like, I can make those myself on the cheap, for real. So let me introduce you to what I would do myself personally if I was going to make these tacos. Which I will be making those tacos. Okay, so, of course, with carne asada, it's carne, which is meat or whatever. And so I went to the grocery store, and, beef is fucking beef. This shit, beef round sirloin tip steak, thin, boneless. That is the key word, thin. Beef outside round steak, thin, boneless. I mean, it's the same thing, but it's a very, very thin cut. So this is more meat than would come in like 20 tacos. So I got, this was $4, this was $4. So for $8, I got enough tacos. I got like 30 tacos right here. I got enough for like 2 or 3 meals. So we're $8 in deep. Cilantro, very important, 50 cents. A sweet onion, because, sprinkling and topping the tacos with onion and cilantro, that's like 50% of the taco, you know what I mean? $1 for an onion. I'm going to throw a little bit of tomato in there. 4 tomatoes for $1. So we're at $10.50. 30 corn tortillas. 30 corn tortillas, $2.50. So now we're at $13. And at the very end of it, when you got the meat, the onion, the tomato, the cilantro, squeeze a little bit of lime on that taco. 3 limes, $1. So we're at $14 now. And then I got some like rugulas or whatever they're called. Strudel fruit bites. $3. So I'm like $18 in. And, I forgot one thing. You're going to need some orange juice. $2. So for $20, which would be cheaper than me going out to buy them for $30, I can have 2 different meals for around $10 each, and I'll show you guys how to make this stuff. This stuff right here, Lawry's, is a very key ingredient to the seasoning or marinade of this. You just sprinkle that on there on both sides, and then another thing I found out recently, don't just sprinkle it on top and leave it there. Get it in there good. But what you also want to do is you kind of want to rub it in there too. And guess what? That's where they call it a rub. But make it all disappear and smash it in there real good. The cilantro is just easy. You just peel the leaves off You know, the cilantro is going to go into the, on top of the tacos and into the marinade as well. So you want just the leaves. You don't want any of the stems or the sticks. I only used a bunch of cilantro, so you gotta mince the cilantro that you're gonna place on top of your taco. Chop it all up good. And then I mince some onions, so these portions will be on a layer on top of the taco. And, you know, we put the onions in there, you know, so that they'll leave them long so they'll kind of grill. And then the cilantro in there. Ideally, you're supposed to let this marinate overnight, but I'm going to cook tonight. It'll taste similar, but not as good. So you want to do this the day before. Put some orange juice in there. And that orange juice, overnight, the citric acid in there will break down that meat you would believe, and it'll make it soft. So, I'm going to let you in on a little trick. You can either, if you got a lot of time, I mean, it's getting late for me over here, but, and I'm starving. However, you can place these on the grill, or if you have a pan or something like that, you can heat them up that way. But a secret is, you just take a stack and wrap them up in a towel and put them in the microwave. Microwave them for about a minute. This, my friends, is carne asada. Translation is burnt meat, charred meat. So, this is what you can do. You can either go at it with some kitchen shears, or you can chop it up. I like the shears. For whatever reason, it's easier for me to deal with just cutting it. You can get the scissors anywhere. They're like $3 or $4. So for some people, it's easier to cut it with a knife. Whatever you want to do.